A little jolt right at the buzzer.
And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. Kemba Walker was the story in the first quarter. He ended up with 19 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. Kenny, let's get your take on Charlotte.
Well, they were lighting it up from 3, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
Shaq, what'd you think about the Pistons?
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive glass. The second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box outs, battling for position, they owned the offensive boards.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
We're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return.
The D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline.
Of our Jordan player of the game, Blake Griffin.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Hernan Gomez is checked in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Langston Galloway. Tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. We'll see you later. A close game. Cavaliers ahead. They lead by a bucket. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. What a performance so far tonight by Kevin Love. He had 14 points and 3 rebounds. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, they've been pounding. I mean, pounding it in the paint. Not just taking the first three-pointer when it came across. That keeps the defense on its toes.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
They were strong in transition. Seemed like the guys fed off the higher tempo. Certainly, they definitely got the looks they wanted, playing an outstanding game. They can keep it up in the second half, they may wear the other side out.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates,
As
Greg.
our Jordan
All about
player of the game, Colin Sexton.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
John Henson's checked in for the Cavaliers. Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening. The short break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to you, I guess.
And you.
Not you.
Not him?
You.
Oh, her for sure.
Them.
Yes.
This is Ernie Johnson. That's Kenny, that's Shaq. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Tyreek Evans putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Pacers?
Well, Kenny knows about this. I used to do this to his team all the time. Take advantage of you down low. Mismatch. Barbecue chicken alert. Make good entry passes. That led to some good looks. Obviously, a lot of points. When you control the paint, Ernie, you control the game. I was the master of controlling the paint. Shaquille.
And over to Kenny. Your thoughts on the Bucks?
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the board. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter.
Teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Thaddeus Young. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to hear Nate McMillan talk to his team during the break. No
so for
surprise,
David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you later. Play, still a close game. Nets out in front, leading by 3. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Joel Embiid having an outstanding game. He ended up with 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
When it comes to raw talent at the center position, Joel Embiid. Woo-wee. You saw in the first half, Ernie. Size, reflexes, ball skills. This dude is changing the game. It'll be great to see him stay healthy and see how good he really can become.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Brooklyn?
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And it's working for him. Back to the action after this word.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
We'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Be back in just a moment.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A tremendous game we're seeing from Jabari Parker. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
You can see where the priorities are. Rebounding, and then more rebounding. They made a concerted effort to get the glass cleaned.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Well, one thing happened that really helped them out. Their bench came in and played absolutely beautiful. Gave them a huge boost. Not just trying to hold court, but actually putting points on the scoreboard. These guys should be starting, Ernie.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
An easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you
Joining
run
us, that'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan, thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Tonight, and we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show on 2K Sports. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He ended up with 19 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, they were lighting it up from 3, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
They played some solid team basketball, Ernie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit, and they got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
He's pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for him. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
That's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. From the get-go, it was Oklahoma City who came out strong. Their biggest lead of the opening period during a very exciting run was all the way up to 13 points. After a well-executed first quarter, they held the lead by 11. Things got dicey in the second quarter as the tables turned, but they still had enough left in the tank to finish the half up by 3. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Efficiency, I think that's big. That's a key to success. You got to protect the basketball. You can't make those risky passes that lead to highlight film dunks. So I thought it was a great job.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
The way they were getting rain on from 3, they're lucky to still be in this. In some cases, it was shooters making contested shots, but in others, it was defenders leaving shooters wide open. You can't do that. Bottom line, their perimeter defense was lax, and that needs to change, and that's a fact. Oh, what was rhyming, Ernie?
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
Chooses that time, he chose wisely.
Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Oklahoma City. His performance that quarter has earned him a double-double. Seems like he's been everywhere in this game. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
Easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass.
Guys,
Prime
our Jordan
example
player
of
of
that,
the
right?
game, Russell Westbrook.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Folks, so for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you next time. Keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 1 block. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on Atlanta.
I felt they had a lack of intensity defensively. They gave up way too many threes. I mean, somebody needs to pull out the fire hose because this fire is out of control, and it certainly wasn't because of their defense.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a
Jordan
position to
player of
score.
the game,
That's
Trae Young.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. Do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later. It's the Heat up by 6. We've got more in store for you right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Miami did not hesitate to set the pace. They showed great chemistry, going on a quick 10-3 run to open up the game. As the first quarter came to a close, they still had a double-digit lead. In quarter number 2, they fought off several attempted rallies and actually pulled further out in front, ending the half up by 8. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
The area where they impressed me the most has been on the boards. When the shot's gone up, everybody goes for it. It's just a matter of maintaining that energy, playing with that same kind of aggression in the final 2 quarters.
Kenny, what do you have to say about the Jazz?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
my brother.
I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish.
They trail by 2. 40 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Rudy Gobert.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion.
For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone. Pay it off for him. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. The first quarter, a difficult one for Sacramento. They struggled to find an offensive rhythm or come up with enough stops and sunk into a 7-point hole by the end of the period. They came out in the second quarter with a lot more energy and with some offensive stretches and were able to even things up before the half. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
Well, I love the way they're pushing the tempo, beating the defense down the floor, filling the lanes, finishing with authority, Ernie, getting to the rim and finishing hard.
Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
There's no excuse for letting a team drain that many threes on you. Come on, especially at such a high percentage. That means your perimeter defense is weak. They got to close out on the shooters with conviction, even if it creates some weakness inside.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
But we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella
For
here.
joining us, that'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you later.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly, and so far he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
The three-point shot was their best friend. I agree with the strategy. When it's working, take advantage of it. I don't really like it. Live by the jumper, die by the jumper. But tonight, they're living, and they're living good, baby.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Golden State?
Well, the way I see it, they're losing this game because they're being out-rebounded. You can't give up this kind of differential and expect to remain competitive. So what do? You commit more guys to the glass, guards included. You make it a priority that if you do ultimately lose this game, it's not because you didn't rebound.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
At least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game, and this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, GA, you know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
As our Jordan player of the game, Klay Thompson.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.